By late 1943, the Allied invasion of Italy was stalled. Our advance was locked down by Hitler's Gustav Line, a brutal defensive belt running across the narrowest point of the country. The key to breaking it wasn't brute force. It was taking out a series of heavily reinforced, perfectly concealed German headquarters and supply depots hidden deep in the mountain valleys. This required precision bombing, hitting a single building from high altitude. The problem was fundamental. Allied bombers, like the B-17 and B-24, were massive. They flew high for safety, but they lacked the pinpoint accuracy needed for these surgical strikes. We'd drop tons of explosives, only to miss the target by a quarter mile, hitting a sheep farm instead of an ammunition depot. The Air Force needed a solution, and they needed it immediately. The best precision bomber we had was the P-38 Lightning, capable of diving at incredible speeds and delivering a bomb on target. But the P-38 had a critical limitation. It couldn't see where it was going. When a P-38 pilot dove with a bomb, his view was consumed by the massive, sleek nose of the aircraft. He had to guess, drop his payload, and hope. We were sacrificing pilots on low-level runs and still failing the mission.
Enter Lieutenant Harrison T. Mac McClung, an experienced P-38 pilot with a keen eye for ground targets. On a dark, chaotic night at his airbase in Sardinia, Mac was running from the mess hall when he collided headfirst with a parked aircraft wing in the blackout. He was laid up for a few days with a severe concussion and, crucially, a broken nose. While he recovered, his mind, temporarily relieved of the pressure of combat flying, started turning over the P-38's design flaw. Lying on his back, he realized the problem wasn't the bomb sight, it was the metal blocking the view. He tracked down his ground crew chief, a mechanic named Sergeant Frank Rinaldi, and presented a radical, utterly crazy idea. "Rinaldi, what if we cut the metal off the front of a P-38's nose? Not just open it up, what if we replace the machine guns with a man?" Rinaldi was skeptical. The guns had to go, the equipment had to be moved, and the entire structural integrity of the front section would be compromised. But Mac's logic was flawless. Take a stripped-down P-38, remove the guns from the nose, and replace them with a single person, a dedicated bombardier lying prone who could guide the bomb straight onto the target with an unobstructed, forward view.
McClung and Rinaldi got permission for a single, unarmored test aircraft, provided they could keep the project a complete secret. They went to work. They stripped out the 4.5 caliber machine guns and the 20mm cannon. They removed the ammunition and gun equipment. Rinaldi then rigged a basic plexiglass bubble onto the hollowed-out nose, creating a small, surprisingly aerodynamic compartment. Inside, they installed a mattress for the bombardier, basic controls, and most importantly, an actual Norden bomb sight, which was designed for high-altitude B-17s. The result was the legendary P-38 Droop Snoot, a fighter bomber that required two men, the pilot, Mac McClung, and the bombardier, who would lie face down in the nose, guiding the plane through the final crucial seconds of the dive. The first mission was a high-value German command post. McClung dove the Droop Snoot in a shallow attack run. His bombardier, lying prone, saw the target through the plexiglass bubble, lined up the crosshairs using the Norden sight, and released the two 1,000-pound bombs. The bombs landed dead center. The target was annihilated. The success was immediate and overwhelming. The Droop Snoot could fly lower, faster, and deliver its bomb load with precision no heavy bomber could match. It became the eyes of the Fifth Army. The new Droop Snoops were immediately integrated into the campaign. They were used to surgically remove choke points, bridges, and command centers that had stalled the war for months. This single improvised modification, born from a pilot's recovery from a broken nose and a mechanic's audacity, broke the back of the Gustav Line and was directly credited with hastening the entire Allied advance up the Italian peninsula. That is the story of how one pilot's injury and one mechanic's courage turned a fighter into a precision weapon that unlocked a continent.